Good.
Give me a hug. Thank you for a good evening.
Yeah. Alex.
Yes?
Come on.
Come on, what?
It's your life. Take a chance.
I'll take a chance when I'm ready. Sorry. I warned ya.
I know.
Oh my God.
For the months of May and June, we'll be giving away 50,000 IOST tokens along with 3 Ledger Nanos, 2 of them sponsored by Nimic and 1 special edition Ledger Nano with an on-the-go kit. Winners announced July 1st. To enter, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on every video in May and June for your maximum number of entries. We did it, guys. We finally got over 10,000 subscribers. By the time I had actually completed my video yesterday, we were at, I think, 10,001 subscribers. Forgot to put that at the end of last night's video. It took me forever to edit it, so I didn't have time to do a news video and things like that. But got a lot of positive feedback on the video yesterday. Thought it was cool. Look back at the channel and things like that. But today, we're back with Fresh 5 News. We're going to also be looking at our journey to 1 Bitcoin. Hasn't gotten off to a great start. Also going to be taking a look at a Buy the Rumor segment. So you guys are going to want to pay attention to that. In the news section today, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin being bought for $100 this week. Yes, it actually happened. We're also going to be taking a look at some pseudo celebrities getting back into Bitcoin and what that means. We're going to be looking at private blockchain news. We're also going to be looking at Cryptopia news. And I got an absolutely huge announcement about IOST. Going to be doing things a little out of order today. Speaking of that, hold up. It's time for an IOST break. All right, guys, I have news. I have left the IOST Partner Node Program, because now I'm producing my own blocks and I have a block producing node. So now daily rewards, if you vote for me, they should double, I believe. I believe they should double. Not 100% on that. Got to see how it plays out. At least for my node, I'm receiving double the rewards for the daily rewards. So I hope that you guys are too, which will be good for your daily rewards. That will not affect the quarterly rewards. So as you guys can see now, I produced 563 blocks on the network. I'm freaking thrilled about this. To me, this is so exciting. Let me refresh it. Maybe I just did some more. Nah, still 563. But honestly, to me, this is so huge. I love the fact, if you guys remember when I first started with IOST, which wasn't that long ago, and I said, you know what I want to do is I wanted to be on the opposite side of a project. Instead of just reporting on it, I want to be involved in something. And so I got involved with IOST with their partner node program, which anyone can join, by the way, if you want a partner node. If you get 2.1 million votes, then you will be able to get elected and you will be able to earn rewards yourself and be eligible for quarterly rewards. And to have a block producing node, you have to have at least 8 million votes. So right now I've got 12.87, so we're doing pretty good with that for sure. But, you know, we looked the other day at our returns. Right now, you'll get like 34% annualized return by investing in my node. The beauty of the decentralized system that IOST has is it actually encourages people to vote for smaller nodes. And that's why over time, that number will probably go down some. The more votes that I get, the more that number will drop down. But we've been pretty steady lately, and you can't argue with a 34% return. But now I'm actually on the block producing side. So I'm not just playing a role in talking about IOST. I'm actually playing a role in producing blocks on the IOST network, and I'm so excited about it. So I got this done with my boy Connor here. Connor Alexander, you can find him on Twitter at CAlexanderFree. Also his business, which is freedomgateway.llc, and the username is freedomgateway1. Connor's a real cool dude. He does sleep till 4 o'clock, so he even sleeps later than me. I sleep till 12 or 1 many times. 12:30 today. That's right, guys. I'm a late sleeper. I sleep like a teenager. And my boy Connor also does it, but he stays up like a night owl, making sure he gets everything done for your server. So if you're interested in having a block producing node for IOST, like you're in the IOST community, hit Connor up. He works super fast. And one of the things that deterred me from doing this for, as long as I did, which wasn't that long, I was planning on taking my quarter 2 daily or my quarter 2 rewards, because I believe I'll be tier 1 again, and getting my node with that, because I was told how much it was going to cost, and it was super, super, super expensive. My initial estimate was like $5,000 to get it done, right? And I was like, man, that's, $5,000 is a big chunk of change, and so it would be a while before I saw a return on that investment, but Connor got it done for much cheaper than that. So definitely hit Connor up if you, would like to have a block producing node for IOST. He's done mine. He's done Sudler Ventures or Sudler Ventures. It's probably Sudler. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. IOST Play, which is a DApp, a gambling DApp on IOST, and also IOST Toronto. So he's done 4 of these servers so far. He does great work. He always, has the uptime on it running and things like that. So definitely, if you're interested, check him out. But yeah, big news for the channel today, guys. This is absolutely huge in my opinion. I'm absolutely thrilled with the work that Connor did, and that now I have the block producing node. Like, yes, it's good to get more rewards because that's more money, and like over time, like guys, I get about right now, because of the amount of votes I have, I'm getting like, I think I get about 12 to 1300 IOST every day, and then 12 or 13 IOST goes also to my community to split. And based on the number of voters, you can see I got 50 voters, so it goes out to 50 people. But over time, that really adds up. Like, yes, 1,200 IOST right now is like about 13 or 14 bucks a day, maybe 15 or 16, somewhere around there. But guys, if we go on a bull run like we went on 2017, I've said many times, IOST could go up over $1. I believe that 100%. If you look at the supply, look at comparatively to what different coins did in 2017, it's definitely possible. So, definitely at least a dime I think it's going to go up to. So now all of a sudden, instead of, 15 or 16 bucks a day, it's like 100 bucks a day. So, these numbers really, really add up, and that is really great. So now I'm doubling the amount of IOST I'm getting every day. So it's absolutely incredible. However, I'm even more excited about the fact that I am now playing a decisive role in this community, in this network. I'm producing blocks that are affecting the integrity and infrastructure of the IOST network, and I'm just very thrilled about it. So big shout out to Connor. Make sure that you hit him up. If you hit him up on the Freedom Gateway Twitter account, if you want to get a node done. You can also find him. He hangs out a lot in the Inside IOST podcast Telegram group. So that's actually where I first started talking to him and things like that. But definitely pretty cool. Excited to have this done, and look forward to growing with IOST.
Market Watch.
Okay, we did things reverse. Let's jump into the markets, guys. We got Bitcoin coming in at 85.39, 85.60 right now. It's just so funny. Like, I see everybody panicking all the time when the price dips, and I'm just not panicking. I don't believe that this is, that huge of a deal when we have a rejection like we had yesterday at 9K. A lot of people were saying, is it going to go to 5,000? I'm like, it's at 8,200. It's not even that bad. Like, we were at 86 or 85 like 2 days ago, and then we got rejected when we got to 9. It will pass 9K the next time it gets up there, I believe. We could face one more rejection. But I'm so bullish right now. I believe that the price is going to continue going up. So we got the market cap coming in at $273 billion. Bitcoin dominance, relatively the same, 55.6%. We got Monacoin with 116% gain today. Hypercash, Aeon, EOS, and Maximind Coin. And then also Aurora, Nash Exchange, MadeSafe Coin, Insight Chain, and Walton Chain, some big losers. Walton Chain here was a result of them launching their mainnet. Buy the rumor, sell the news. You guys always remember that. Now, for the gainers of the day, EOS is on there. Let me show a little clip to you guys from the other day. So you can contribute in all kinds of different ways. You can see Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ken are obviously the biggest ones. Let's see who else has made this list here. So Decentraland, trying to get them on the podcast very soon. Somebody gave $20 in Decentraland in mana. So how about that? So it looks like all these are on, no, I don't think so. I don't think all these are on Coinbase. Maybe they are. It looks like, is EOS on Coinbase? Did I miss that? Maybe I did. So it's really interesting. If you really watch that clip and see what's happening with me at that moment, which I think this was like 2 or 3 days ago, I'm looking at all the coins that you can donate to Ken through, and they're all on Coinbase. I'm pretty sure every single one of those, except for EOS, was on Coinbase at that time. And that's why I'm inquisitive. I'm like, is EOS on Coinbase? I don't understand. And then 2 days later, they announced it's on Coinbase. So I actually gave you guys a heads up there that I didn't even know I was giving, that EOS was going to go on Coinbase. So, definitely very interesting just the way that happened. So thought that was kind of funny. Wanted to share that with you guys. Journey to 1 Bitcoin. Okay, guys, here we are on our journey to 1 Bitcoin. We started with 0.3 Bitcoins, and now we are moving up to 1 Bitcoin using signal profits, using all of their trading signals, and also 3 commas. 3 commas, you can make, trades really easy with what's called the smart trade. I might, walk you guys through how to do that, but it's if you're going to be trading, whether you're going to use signal profits or not, which the reason I'm doing this segment for so long is because I want you guys to see that it actually is worth it if you have a certain amount of money. So we're going to be looking at numbers and where's the break-even point and things like that during this time. It's also cool to just kind of watch a portfolio grow. But 3 commas, if you do trading, 3 commas is a must. Like, I'm a huge fan of 3 commas. I do have a complimentary account from them because I do work with them, but I was paying for an account with them long before they gave me a free one. So, definitely putting my money where my mouth is on that. And you can check below, obviously, for links if you want to sign up for 3 commas. But our first day was not that great. So you can see up here where we're at now. But if you look down here at the portfolio, you'll see that I basically have nothing. I have some Tether, which I know I tell you guys not to use Tether, but Signal to Profits, that's a trading pair they use. I got Tether and Bitcoin. I know the other day I had Binance Coin, but you know what? I was like, I started really getting back into trading with Signal Profits and stuff, and I remember like most of their trades are either with Tether or with Bitcoin, so I moved all my Binance Coin over to Tether and Bitcoin, so that's what I'm going to be trading with. I know, like, I tell you guys not to use Tether, but it's what they use, so it's easier for me to trade with it, even though I'm not a fan. I don't like Tether, but basically yesterday, Signal Profits told us to get rid of all of our positions, and I'm waiting for a new signal from them because obviously yesterday the market was so volatile with getting shoved down. They had us close all our positions and things like that. So definitely looking forward to, getting the next signal from them. I believe Jacob Canfield's going to be on my podcast, Beards and Bitcoins, next week. We're going to talk about some risk management and things like that. So this will be a segment where we can kind of talk a little about trading. We don't do it that much on the channel, but here is our chart. So I created a chart here, which if somebody could drop in the comments below how I can make this gain loss a formula on Excel, I would really appreciate that. I just did it manually and then moved the numbers over is what I did. I subtracted this number from this number, which I can do, but I'm sure there's an easier way to do it with a formula. So if you're an expert on Excel, drop a comment below and tell me, what formula I should use. But basically, so 2 days ago, we started this. We started with 0.3053986 Bitcoins, and we took a little bit of a loss on the first day. Not that much of a loss considering the price of Bitcoin and how much it dropped. And some of that loss is from, the cost of some trades that I had to do to move all my money over to Bitcoin and Tether. And then for our dollar value, it's about $150 that we've lost so far. So it's just 2 days, not that big of a deal. Starting next month, starting at the end of June, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you guys, and usually this segment will be much quicker, but I'm still trying to lay out what we're doing here, going from 0.3 Bitcoins to 1 Bitcoin. But what I'm going to do at the end of June is I'm going to add up all the numbers for the month, and I'm going to compare the cost of Signal Profits and 3 commas added in, and you're going to be able to see whether it's worth it or not. Obviously 1 month isn't going to be the tail of the tape, but we're going to do that every month so you can kind of see, how much it actually costs to get these signals and things like that. So once again, I'm not going to be giving you guys the exact signals. You got to sign up for the 7-day trial or 14-day trial for $7 below in the video description if you want to do that. So speaking of trading, let's look at a rumor. It's time to buy the rumor. Okay, guys, we got bridging to BEP2 the Fantom way. Now, basically what this is, BEP2 is the token standard for Binance, for their main chain. And the way that they're going to be doing this is through a bridge. You know, you've got things like oracles with Chainlink, Fantom. It has a bridge to convert. Here it says it allows movement. It says movement. You got to move it. But anyways, it allows, hold on, let me put a clip in.
I like to move it. I like to move it.
So it allows movement from our ERC20 token to the BEP2 token standard. So we're going to celebrate this with a giveaway or something. You guys know, I do giveaways. They do too. But it says that they'll be giving anyone who switches their ERC20 holdings from Ethereum to Binance Chain some of our foundation tokens. I think it's a Chinese project. I don't know how good the English is. Or maybe they're just typos. Up to an equivalent of 1% of tokens transferred during the initial testing of our bridge. Oh, I see what it says. It says, there should be a comma there. They're giving anyone who switches their ERC20 holdings from Ethereum to Binance Chain. I don't know if there should be a comma or not. The long and short of it is they're giving them some of their foundation tokens. That's what's happening. So you're getting 1% of the equivalent of your tokens if you convert all your tokens from the ERC20 to BEP2. Now, why is this big? Why am I telling you guys this? Why is this a rumor? Well, it's not necessarily a rumor per se. However, this could play a huge role in the Binance decentralized exchange that's going to be debuting soon. So I don't know if there's a date for that. Let's look it up real quick. Is there a date? Binance DEX date? Let's see. It doesn't look like it is. The mainnet is launched, but the actual exchange hasn't launched. Doesn't look like they have an exact date for that. Saying that while trading will begin at a later date, users can create wallets. So, we are assuming it's probably coming soon. It would be really crazy if they actually launched the DEX at the same time they did the margin trading. I don't think they'll do that. So I think the DEX is, I don't know which one's ahead of it. Either one could drop any day or maybe in a month or whatever. But, since Fantom is this bridge, and now, of course, keep in mind, none of this is financial advice. These are just ideas that I have that could lead to a pump that, of course, people would sell and make profits and then lead to a dump. So buy the rumor, sell the news. So this could be something you might want to get on. And when the decentralized exchange launches, dump it and make some profit. So definitely going to be something to look at, to continue to watch. Let's see how Fantom is doing right now. Let's check it out. Fantom, it is the same logo there. You got to be careful. Sometimes they have the same name, sometimes even the same ticker. But right now, look, it's up 11%. So I hope I'm not too late on this. I hope I'm not too late on this news or whatever. But I expect, as you can see here, it looks like it had a little dip, then it's been running again. Not really sure. We'll just have to see what it'll do. But I think it could pump until that decentralized exchange launches. So, of course, not financial advice, but this is one definitely to watch. It's time for the Fresh 5 top news stories of the day, starting with number 5. So I've actually had multiple people ask me this week if I designed the Bitcoin logo. I did design the bitboy logo. You can see it here. And as you can see, it's a front-facing Bitcoin logo and a backwards-facing Bitcoin logo placed back to back. That's the bitboy logo. I did design that myself. However, I did not design the Bitcoin logo. And you may be sitting there wondering, what in the world are you talking about? Why would people ask you that? And I was wondering the same thing. I found this article. My friend Gary Leland actually told me about this from May 18th. So very recently, just about 2 weeks ago, about the Orange Bee, the history of Bitcoin's logo. And sure enough, down here, November 1st, 2010, out of thin air, that's effectively where Bitcoin's most recognizable logo and its creator came from. With his first post on Bitcoin Talk, a still unidentified user going by the handle bitboy forever changed the visual legacy of Bitcoin. Hi guys, this is funny. However, you wouldn't know it from his humble message. You immediately know it's not me. I'm the humblest person I know. Ask me and I'll tell you. You immediately know it's not me when it says the humble message. But anyways, hi guys, just drop by, say hi, and share with you some of the graphics I've done. Hope you'll find them useful. and useful they have been. Orange, flat, and off-kilter, these graphics are widely utilized and riffed upon today. BitBoy transformed Satoshi's original concept into a more readable, scalable logo that was brandable, more brandable than a coin. He actually said MasterCard was one of his inspirations for making it, because he said, while, yeah, we all hate MasterCard, like, they have a great brand, a great logo, and so he wanted to do something similar, and that is not me. I am not BitBoy. I literally have no idea who that is. I had no idea that this was even a thing until recently, so definitely want to clear that up. If anybody read this, I'm definitely not the person. Sometimes we get confused with people, just like the author of the article here, Annalise Milano. A lot of people think that this is Alyssa Milano, but it's Annalise. I'm totally kidding. But it's really not Alyssa Milano. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting. This story had my name in it, even though it's not me. So I don't think anyone actually thinks I am this person, but I did just want to clear this up. If you read this article, it's not me. But if you can find this guy, I would love to get him on the channel.
Number 4.
All right, guys, EY, that's Ernst Young, open sources Nightfall code for private transactions on Ethereum. And I've been pretty critical of Ethereum in the past for their dApp development. Obviously, all these projects have been moving off of their chain to other chains. We just saw it talking about Fantom and the Binance chain and things like that. There's other token launching platforms that I feel like are better now than Ethereum. So what is Ethereum's use? Well, a lot of people believe that its use still relies or will lie within enterprise blockchains. Now, what this article is talking about with Nightfall is private transactions on Ethereum, also known as private chain. So what is a private chain? What is the difference between a private chain and a public chain? Well, one of my good friends always said, like, he really believed that blockchain technology would really take off and companies would take hold of it and they would use it, but he wasn't so sure that cryptocurrency was going to remain a thing that was going to be tradable, because why not just have all these private chains? Well, the reason you would want a private chain would be for the use of blockchain. However, you can't tokenize your company and have people invest in it the way they would invest in stocks with a private chain. They're not really tradable. They won't go on exchanges. Everything lies within the blockchain of a company and doesn't go outside of it. So you can kind of think of it like this. Like Walmart already has their own private blockchain. That's how they are tracking their supply chain, their supplies, from when they buy something, in bulk or wholesale from wherever they get it from, to when it goes in their store, to where it is, when it's bought and everything like that. So, they already have that. Now, that operates within their system. We've already seen Chase Bank, I believe it's or JP Morgan, talking about JP Morgan coin, JPM coin, which will also be a private blockchain, they say. So that would exist for their own purposes, but not for purposes outside of their own company. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this Nightfall code for private transactions on Ethereum that Ernst & Young is talking about is definitely pretty cool if you are in enterprise. So, could we see Ethereum thrive as an enterprise blockchain? I'm not really sure. I do think it's probably the best use of Ethereum right now would be to create these, private chains. And I'm not sure if I don't think they're side chains. I could be wrong about that. I think it's still using the main chain of Ethereum, but just in a private way. Maybe somebody who's more of an Ethereum developer could drop us a comment below and let us know exactly how that works, because it's a little above my pay grade since I'm just a reporter. That's all that I am. A meek and mild reporter. But anyways, guys, that's just a little bit about private chains and about what's going on with the Ethereum chain for enterprise.
Number 3.
Cryptopia. They owe their creditors $2.7 million. Liquidators. They're getting liquidated right now. The liquidators of failed New Zealand exchange Cryptopia have released their first report on the firm's financial situation, revealing that it owes over $2.738 million to creditors. Doesn't sound like a huge amount. I mean, for an exchange, maybe it is. I'm not sure. But of course, this is mostly resulting in a hack that hit them, and it hit them hard. I don't know if everybody got their money paid out. I'm sure they did not. I'm sure a lot of people had significant losses through Cryptopia. I think there's some more information somewhere about the individual people that lost money with Cryptopia. But here's the thing. I told you guys from the first time I ever used Cryptopia to stay away from it. And this is what happens. I immediately knew the first time I ever used Cryptopia, which was basically a a front for people doing pump and dumps, that it was bad and you should stay away from it. So if you see something that you think is a little sketchy on an exchange, just get off of it. Obviously, don't keep your money on exchange anyways, unless you're like doing intensive trading like I'm doing with the with Signals Profits and things like that. I realize that money that I have sitting on there to trade with, like it's probably pretty susceptible and someone may steal it at some point, but it's not an amount that like if somebody did break in and stole it, I would lose everything over or anything like that. So I do think even though there is a little bit of a risk for me doing that and showing you guys what I'm doing with the trading, I do think at the same time though that it's worth more to the channel to show that than it is for me to take the security of that $2,500 like it was life and death. I hope that makes sense. So unless you're doing intense trading somewhere, you don't want to keep any money on exchanges, and Cryptopia is is an exact reason why you don't want to do that.
Number 2.
All right, guys, we all know Bitcoin hit 9,000 yesterday and hit a retest, basically got shoved down. Don't want to talk about that too much, but I got two absolutely crazy stories for 2-in-1 revolving around Bitcoin. There's your boy, James Altucher. That guy, he really knows how to be at the right place at the right time. But anyways, the long and the short of it is, 8 million crypto genius reveals his craziest Bitcoin prediction yet. This guy probably doesn't know jack about crypto, about Bitcoin. He's an opportunist. He's a lot like Tai Lopez, where they see opportunities and they jump on them. So here's the more important thing. It's not crazy what James Altucher is saying here. He's saying he believes that Bitcoin could go all the way up to 8 million, which I don't disagree with. I do believe in a $1 million price. I tell people that. I tell people who don't know anything about Bitcoin, it's going to go to $1 million in my opinion. And I believe that for 100%. You could not convince me otherwise. Do I think it'll go to $8 million? I think $1 million makes sense because at $1 million, one Satoshi is about equivalent to what we know now is 1 penny. And so I think that would slow down the volatility. It would almost be like Bitcoin itself would be a stable coin at that point. Now, I have nothing to back that up. That's just my guess. It could remain volatile for years after that. Maybe it never stabilizes. I don't really know. But here's the more important thing, guys. The more important thing is that James Altucher is back in crypto. That's how you know that the bull market is back. When Tai Lopez makes his first Bitcoin video, which I'm sure is coming up very soon, this week or next week, that's how you know crypto and Bitcoin is back. So really big news in my opinion. This is super bullish news for the market.
The number 1 crypto story of the day.
Imagine setting a buy order for $100 Bitcoin and getting it. I know my friend Sandy Crypto, or Crypto Sandy, it doesn't matter. Call him either one. I made so much fun of him for setting $3,000 buy orders, and we got so close, and I was like, how's those buy orders doing, So I've been making fun of him for that for a long time. But if he actually had money on Kraken and had set those buy orders at about $100 with the Canadian dollar pair, he may have hit it, which he did not. So I'm going to rub this in his face. So Bitcoin to zero, Bitcoin price flash crashes 99% on Bitcoin Canadian dollar trading pair. So if you didn't know, Bitcoin in Canada for the Canadian dollar was over 11,000 Canadian dollars. It was actually over 10,000. So big news there if you're in Canada. But I don't know. I don't trust most Canadians. There's some that I trust, but I don't trust most of them. Over the last 2 months, Bitcoin's price has rallied from the depths of a bear market to over 100%. Those who caught the bottom watch their investment double. But last night, another flash crash occurred on the price charts for Bitcoin Canadian dollar, a flash crash that eliminated 99% of Bitcoin price in the matter of seconds, filling orders as low as just over $100 Canadian. And it says here that if you had set your order, here it is. If you had set your order at $101.20, you would have hit it. If you hit your order at if you set your order at $100 exactly, you would have missed it by $1.20. Now, guys, this is not made up. This is not clickbait. This is not speculation. Some lucky trader had their orders filled for a $101 Bitcoin. Can you imagine? That is, you buy it and the next second you automatically make, what is that, 5,600% returns? Would that be right? Or not 5,600, it'd be more than that. 80 if at $101, that would, if it's at, you know, $9,000 right now, or 8,500, 8,500% returns overnight. That is absolutely insane. So it was a 99% drop in price. It was a flash crash. Now, you have to remember, whenever somebody buys, gets a great buy order, that means on the other side, there was somebody that got a terrible sell order. So somebody sold their Bitcoin for $101. So absolutely insane, guys. But this is definitely an interesting story. You do have to be careful out there with your buy orders and your sell orders. Make sure everything is up to date. Don't have something dangling there just because you think it could never get filled. You could do it on the bottom end. I mean, it might be a good idea to go set buy orders, you know, for $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever, and just kind of have them sitting there in case there's a flash crash or something like that. So that was on the Canadian dollar trading pair. It wasn't on the US dollar trading pair. It was on Kraken, but this story absolutely blew my mind. So, all right, guys, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, smash the like button for us. BitBoy out.